Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and now for tonight's entertainment. This is League 7 Match 4, starting off tonight with the 1 and 2 record that we had from last evening. We're going to see if we can finish out this league on a higher note. It's going to be an uphill battle, but, hopefully have some fun while we're at it. Alright, winning the die roll seems good. We've got a bit of mana ramp, some lands. I think this is a keepable hand, because we can ramp into the master. Starting with Nexus and Drum. Then we can play both Scourge and Overseer next turn. Flooded Strand. The Steam Vents. Serum Visions. Could be Storm. If it's Storm, we don't quite have a very fast hand. Well, Master could get out there and do some serious damage. Whether or not it is before they are able to do anything is the question. So we definitely play Overseer. And then I have to question whether it is Scourge or Pest. I think I like Scourge because life gain is relevant in lots of cases. And we're just going to pass a turn because there's nothing we can do. Brawl, okay, yes, that confirms the Storm suspicions. With this 3 mana, we can play Pest and Master. I don't think there's a reason to instead activate either of the Nexi. The hope really is that they don't kill us next turn and we're able to swing in for close to lethal. But there's nothing we can do. Let's see, where are my notes? Over here. So let's see what we have against Storm. Would be the Rest in Pieces. Thought Seizes, and maybe a Whip Flare. So with lots of ramp in the grave, probably goes for, yeah, Past in Flames was my guess. So let's see. Past in Flames is 5, but he can cast for 4. It is quite likely that no matter what I choose here, he just has it. I think I like the idea of making the Past in Flames more expensive. I mean, but you can just continue the ramp right into it. But I'm going to go with Metamorphose and Past in Flames. It's potentially incorrect and might not even matter. I think especially in that case, it doesn't matter. There is a low chance of a whiff. Yeah, here's Past in Flames. Get lots of mana. Metamorphose. Continue doing that to get more blue mana back. Yeah, we were just a touch too slow. And they had a touch too much. 6 cards in hand. And they can probably easily hit 19, 20, and 21 and Grape Shot for the win, unless somehow they haven't hit a Grape Shot with all of this card draw. I assume it's unlikely. Casting Gifts again, which means probably grab another Past in Flames, probably 2 cantrips and Grape Shot, and then you just Past in Flames, grabbing Grape Shot. Yeah, I was almost correct. But they have the mana to do both. Which means you just pays for everything, and I'm not quite sure why. Yeah, there's Past in Flames, and then here should be Grape Shot. Yep. Cool. Alright, well, we drop the Etched. We bring in Rest in Peace. Oh, Whip Flare's also for the goblins. Bring in Thoughtseize. Take out the Etched Champions. Another Blast in order to fight off the cheap duders. And then my notes say Vault Scourge, probably because it is just inherently slower. Welding Jar is good for saving stuff, keep our Mem Knights to stay low to the ground, and they also help with Opal and Drum getting our colored spells. So, unfortunately, we now have to fight back from being 1 down. I think we were 1 turn away from hitting him, though. I didn't quite math it out to see if it would have been lethal. But it should have been pretty darn close. And that was even having a sort of fast hand. Had no answers, though, which was our problem. This one has a turn 2 Thoughtseize. And is not and doesn't have a good follow-up, actually. A bunch of manlands isn't going to do it. So I think that has to be a mulligan. This one at least has a path to winning with Nexus. So I'm going to keep it. Another Pest can get us towards that Nexus win. But I think it's better to try to shoot for something else. I don't really want to mulligan again, because every mulligan gets worse. Not seeing our sideboard cards at all is not desirable in the slightest. So next turn, I would love to see an opal. Spire does not count. Oh, that was probably better playing the Nexus, but too late now. So next turn, activate. I have 1, 2 from Battlecry, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it is not lethal, unless we get a 0-drop or something. Having up a red mana is bad news. Okay, they don't have red mana. Multiple sleight of hands. Doesn't bode well for us, though. Get to dig a lot for whatever they might need. Rest in peace. So if we play Rest in Peace, we are significantly slowing ourselves down, but also protecting from the combo going off. So I am going to do that and just get in for the 2 damage here, because this is our best chance to resolve this. And it kind of protects us. Unfortunately, having to play Spire does not advance our Infect kill at all, which is what we are at this point kind of relying on. If I played Inkmoth here instead of Darksteel, we'd probably be in a slightly better spot. Overseer. Overseer's good. Is it good enough? Well, it's something, at the very least. Oops. Sorry about that. So I think I play it post-combat. But alternatively, I play it pre-combat, and it's potentially another feed for Overseer, because as it is right now, they're probably leaving up Bolt, which would just kill Nexus. However, can I threaten lethal if I play it? 1, 2 with Battlecry, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, no. Which means I have to hope that they whiff next turn, which means I probably try to get in here for the 2 and fade a, oh shit, well, okay, that's fun. I'll just click right through that. Awesome. Great start. Good job, Tyrell. Well, now we have to almost double fade. Well, no. I think I can get them if they don't win this turn. But I definitely wasn't winning last turn, so missing the attack I don't think is the end of the world. So they are going to have a decent amount of mana available to them. But on the bright side, they won't. Past in Flames is useless. But they probably gifts, I assume. Or this is some ridiculous amount of, what is it, Shatterstorm that replicates? I guess this is kind of their make it or break it. Alright. I think I click OK. Yeah, okay. And now they have to choose targets. Which will be entire board, probably putting a lot on Ravager, or just clearing and pushing at me. Especially because, well, they probably want to prioritize damage on, yeah, Ravager, in order to assure that he's going to die. So let's see, Ravager, me, Overseer, Ravager, Signal Pest. Okay. Is that... Okay, so they have chosen all their targets with 1, 2, 3 damage on Ravager. Without Pest and Ravager or Overseer, I don't know if I have lethal next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I don't. But if I decide to try to save Overseer or Pest, it only represents 4 damage next turn. Whereas if I can get Ravager to survive, he does represent more. So, I'm just going to eat these other targets. So 1 damage, 2 damage, 3 damage. That's fine. So bright side, I'm not dead. Less bright side, he's not dead next turn. Though, that will help. Yeah, we'd be in a much better position if I had attacked last turn. So, if I dump onto him right now, it's a 2-turn clock. I think that is appropriate. So 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I can't. Oh, I'm a moron. uh. Oh boy. Class A idiot here. Oh wow, I feel really dumb. Well, alright. So the 2-turn clock was a lie, but now we're on that 2-turn clock. There's a fair chance that, well, 2 cards in hand, they'd have to have some pretty good cards. That works. Cycles at least. Yeah, might as well get in. They haven't conceded, so they must have something. Yeah. That'll do it. And this is where us getting in for that 2 infect several turns ago would have made this lethal. Hoping beyond hope that they don't get something super good here. Alright, well, yeah, that seems reasonable. So I'll be able to choose 2 of their cards to get rid of. What are the likely targets? Past in Flames is a no-go. Maybe Manamorphose to get another card. Maybe some sort of kill an artifact spell. Okay, alright. Yeah, we really lucked out there. I was playing pretty sloppy. I don't think I changed the board at all, so here we go. Let's not make some more really, really stupid play mistakes. Crossing my fingers. The worst part is I have seen the Arcbound Ravager in Rest in Peace on my side of the field before, and I remembered. I would like to blame this evening's mistake for the... I guess it's not that late of an hour, but it's been a long week. Ready for the weekend. Opponent is probably considering some sort of change up to combat the infect kill a little better. Let's see. 2 platings is slow. This does have a blast and a memnite though, so I'm going to keep it. Hoping that the blast is enough to stave off insanity with Baral or Electromancer. I am actually going to hold back on the blast for now. So we're going to land this and this. And pass. This is definitely a slow hand that really cries for drawing some mana ramp. Opponent definitely wants blue. Sleight of hand is really good to continue filtering. Ooh, okay. Master is a decent draw. Which means I want to start accelerating to having more artifacts on the field as quickly as possible. So with that in mind, I'm going to play that. Play plating. And get there with Memnite. Master is not a bad draw. But I almost have to wonder if still going after the Inkmoth kill would be better. It does expend all of my mana just to activate and play, and thus is quite weak to removal. Playing Master, on the other hand, strengthens almost everything. It's just a little bit slower, and if opponent is able to get anything akin to what they had before. So say I swing for damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, potentially 6 this turn. I still think it's better to play this, because it protects everything on my field a little bit better. And at this point we just kind of hope that they don't have, Baral or some other nasty. Oh, or they just go off on this turn. Oh, right into gifts. Top decking, well, this is on my end step, which means they have all of next turn to set up. Yeah, it doesn't bode well. Probably going to be 1 turn off from winning again. They did this even without... Okay. So let's see. They currently have 3 and 4 cards already. If I deny them mana, I think that's actually my better bet. Yeah, so we're going to send those guys to the grave. And the... Okay, so we had a land drop. Which means it might not have mattered either way. plays Brawl or something, I'm going to regret playing Master. There's nothing I can do, so have your turn. Okay, so those Manamorphoses are cycling-ish. Getting closer to be able to pass in flames. Which I suppose I probably should have considered. Having 4 cards in hand, it was likely that they had other rituals. Which means maybe I should have tried to make it a little harder to play Pass in Flames. Because now they can just play it and, you know. Well, actually, if they play it right now, because it took 4 mana, they'd be down to 1, and it would actually do them nothing. If they have a cost reducer in hand, I would have assumed that they would have played it already. But perhaps they're just slow rolling. So considering or hoping that Echoing Truth the Ornithopter and 4 to kill Master. Alright. Yeah. Ooh, Master and then Memnite clears my board. That is unfortunate. Okay. Which means next turn we could activate and equip the Inkmoth Nexus while still leaving up Spire of Industry to kill a mana reducer if it comes about. However, if they have another land drop or a little bit of ritual, they will have enough to pass in flames. But again, unless they have a slight surplus, passing flames means nothing. I guess I would really hope for not that. Rest in Peace would have been better. Alright, well, play Nexus. Play Ornithopter. Play Opal. So 1, 2. Yeah, okay, so the thing here is if I play the second plating, I can activate and equip. That will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or I keep up Spire, banking on them relying on a cost reducer. And this turn I swing for... Oh, I'm sorry, that was probably an attack for 7, not 6, because I didn't count Nexus. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, otherwise it's 7. Yeah, I believe that is the better approach. If they don't kill me next turn, I win. Well, if they don't kill me and don't have an Echoing Truth or something like that. So I think the answer is to swing for what I can and leave up Galvanic Blast. And maybe that was the thing I should have done last turn, because then this would have been a lethal attack this turn. Not sure either way. But there's that fifth mana source they needed for the or sorry, they only need. Okay, so I forget. Is Past in Flames sorcery? It is a sorcery. Okay, so Baral is going to resolve. And then I have to kill it with fire. Or do I have to wait? Well, they're going to combat. Okay, so if I play the blast now, opponent must have some sort of answer. Oh, alright. Well, that's excellent. That turned out much better than I thought it would from the beginning of that. Alright, so that brings us to 2-2, and we'll see you in the final match.